for your business, for all life's events. Key Video.
There's something cooking in the neighborhood. From where I stand, it's looking mighty good. You're gonna love it. Come dine with me. Come dine with me. Come dine with me.
Happy New Year, everyone, and welcome to Come Dine With Me, Western New York. Before we get into today's program, I just would like to say thank you to all our faithful viewers from the U.S. and Canada who have watched our program every week over the past 13 weeks.
Yes, thanks to all of them. And Russ, not only do tens of thousands of viewers watch every Thursday evening on WBBZ and every Sunday morning on WNYO, I know that's the tradition in our house on Sunday mornings, but others tell us that they DVR the program so that they can watch it later. And then, you know, there's always YouTube and Facebook, where we make all of the episodes available to the public. And literally thousands of viewers have downloaded past shows. And you know what? It's really a whole new world of connecting with media.
It is, Jan, and sometimes tough to keep up with. But no matter where you watch our show, we're so glad to have you as part of Come Dine With Me, Western New York family. Our team works hard to bring you some of the best locally produced TV in the marketplace.
And over the next 13 weeks, we'll be visiting new restaurants and documenting more of their signature dishes to air this coming April. We'll bring new recipes, new tours, more Mad About Wine tips, and coming up, a brand new health and fitness segment. We're going to need it after all of those new recipes and all that great food we're going to be tasting. It's all part of the lineup for this coming spring.
So it looks like we're going to keep you quite busy, chefs. What's coming up today on the New Year's special?
Hi Jan, hi Russ. 'Tis the season for lobster fusilli. I'm with Chef Orazio Polito of Orazio's Restaurant in Clarence. Don't miss this.
Happy New Year, everyone. In today's home invasion, we're preparing a meal fit for Buffalo's bravest, our firefighters, here at the Nieves residence. Hey, Nieves family.
Hola, me llamo Krista Van Wagner, and today we are cooking paella, which is the dish of Spain. We've got fish, chicken, chorizo, and seafood. This dish has got it all.
Well, let's keep things rolling and head over to our studio kitchen at Artisan Kitchens and Baths, where we find Chef Krista Van Wagner, owner of Curly's in Lackawanna.
Today I am here with a wonderful paella recipe for you, which I'm hoping that you'll pass on to friends and family. What I'm using today, the chicken thigh, because I want the flavor. I love that dark meat. You can see I have some chorizo sausage, a bit of bacon. It adds that smokiness, which I love. I'm going to finish this meal with a bit of seafood. This is about seafood. And let's get cooking. I've got a nice hot pan, and we're just going to saute out that chicken. This is one of those recipes that you would love to do with a nice group of people around you, and you can all sit and relax and just put it together right in front of them. I'm always trying to watch my oil, but you know what? Let's give it just a squeeze, all right? I've got my pan on high because I want to do this dish quick. Let's get our bacon in there now. Saute that a little bit. Okay, we've got our garlic in there. Oh, not those whole slices. And let's add our onion. Oh, we got it going on now. Our chorizo. And get all that goodness at the bottom of that pan. We're scraping that up, and we're going to bring that right into our sauce. And let's add our rice. Let's saute that out. I want to coat each kernel, each rice with a little bit of that smoky goodness, that oil. So flavorful. And for this dish, I do recommend chicken stock. You're more than welcome to use a vegetable stock if you like. Okay, go out and you can even buy those organic stocks. I want to season it every opportunity I possibly can. I'm going to add just a bit of salt, okay, and saffron. Saffron is going to add color. So let's get a little bit of this saffron in here. If you don't have this, it's totally not necessary, but it imparts a beautiful color. When you get that glowing rice, you're going to understand. There we go. That looks great. Bring it up to a boil. We're going to add our lid. We'll be right back and I'll finish it up for you. Wow, I think we're about ready. Oh, does that look good? It's happening in the pan. Our rice is about halfway done. Our chicken's almost fully cooked. Let's get our seafood in there. Clams first. Clams take a little bit longer. And what I have done is I've scrubbed these clams with a little brush under cold water. The shellfish itself, if it's open just a little bit, I would like to ask that you just click it and make sure it closes again. It's still alive. If there is a clam or a mussel that's completely open, just please make sure that you do not add them, okay, because they're not alive anymore. All right, let's get the clams in there because they take the longest to open. There we go. Let me just stir that in there. And I got to tell you something about a mussel. As far as the mussel goes, mussels have a little beard, and the little beard should be removed. And I've done that with every other one of mine. But do it close to cooking time because it'll kind of kill them, you know. Okay, there we go. So we've got our beautiful mussels, and these cook rather quickly. This does not take too long. And I also have some calamari. And you can see I just took the body meat. I removed that center. I just am going to add that. And then these are the tentacles and all that fun stuff. But come on, guys, throw them in here. They add all kinds of flavor. Just don't overcook them. I've also got some beautiful shrimp. I leave the tail on because I love the color and also adds flavor. So let's add that too. And I don't want to spoil anyone, but I love shrimp, so I'm going to town. That's it. They're all in there. I also have some peas. Look at this color we've got going on. I'm going to shut this, if I may. When I open this back up, what is going to happen is I'm going to have the most unbelievable flavor. The broth and the juice that those clams and mussels are releasing as we speak right now make this. With that smokiness of the bacon, we've got the chorizo. This is a dish that's got a lot going on. And boy, you can really bring a family together around this meal. Our paella is coming together. We're going to finish it off, and look at that. Oh my gosh, nothing's overcooked. Everything's ready. We're just going to finish it up. I'm going to use just a little bit of salt and some fresh lemon, okay? Make sure those seeds don't get in there. Fresh lemon all over the place. I love it when a dish comes together. Something as beautiful as this. I think we need our fresh parsley, and that's a flat leaf Italian parsley. And that is beautiful. Let's dish that up. Paella, it's a one-pan meal. Fresh, simple, and I'm asking you today to pass this recipe on. And come dine with me, Western New York.
Be our guest. Let us do the rest.
You know you need a professional video for your company or website, but you're wondering, where do I begin? Well, check out Key Video, Buffalo's premier television, DVD, and web video production house. We work with big businesses and other companies that think big. Corporate image, sales, training, you name it, and we're ready to go to work for you, for your business, for all life's events. Call Key Video at 884-5391. That's 884-5391. Think global, but stay local at the Salvatore School of Hospitality and Business at Trocaire College, where we prepare you for a future in the ever-growing worldwide hospitality industry.
I was surprised to discover that I could get both small classroom and big opportunities at Trocaire. I even had a chance to do an internship in Egypt.
A world of opportunity is waiting at the Trocaire School of Hospitality. Contact us today and begin your journey to success.
Everybody's talking about the Grapevine, from tender steaks and mouth-watering sandwiches to classic pasta dishes and colossal burgers. If you're hungry for something different than the usual chain restaurant, then get to the Grapevine and spread the word.
Tom and Lisa Payne do a fantastic job at the Grapevine. It's almost turned into a Western New York landmark. Hasn't it, Jan?
Oh, Russ, I love the Grapevine. I think it's known for the great food, of course, and those gorgeous aquariums in the restaurant. The next time I go, I think I'm going to try the veal Kingston because they did that in one of our past shows. So I'm looking forward to it.
Well, let me know how you enjoy it, all right?
I'll do that, Russ.
Well, coming up, it's our chef's home invasion. But first, it's New Year's, and you know what that means. Time to break out the bubbly champagne.
Did you ever get that phone call after a long day of work? You're almost home. Hey, honey, can you pick up a wine? We're going over to somebody's house for dinner. Great. I don't know what they eat. I don't know what they like. Well, let me tell you about that wine that's going to be perfect for every occasion. Sparkling wine. I said it, sparkling wine. Now let me tell you, there's a few sparkling wines out there. There's one from France, it's called Champagne. I'm sure everybody's familiar with it. Now from Italy, it's called Prosecco. And then there's another one from Spain called Cava. They're all nice, good sparkling wines. They go with everything. Another great thing about sparkling wine is that it's a palate cleanser. What do I mean by palate cleanser? Well, you know when you had that first bite of the most amazing meal you've ever had and you wish you could recapture that? Well, I could kind of help with that with a sparkling wine. So every time you take a drink of sparkling wine, it cleans off the palate. It gets everything off there so that every bite is almost like its first bite. I'm Jeff Siren, and I'm mad about wine.
I've been a firefighter for 15 years, work at Engine 37 on the west side of Buffalo.
It used to be very scary. I remember when he was studying for the exam. I actually helped him study for the exam, and I was scared at first, but I'm confident in his abilities.
Juan has just recently come over to the firehouse on Rhode Island in Shenango, and he's a great addition. He's a great guy to have around, good cook.
I used to work restaurants before I got on the fire department, so having a good place to cook was pretty important to me.
Alongside my job with the fire department, I am a professional contractor, and most of my work is done through Artisan Kitchens.
Well, when we got in the house needed a lot of work.
So he came in and he gave us great suggestions.
I'm a firm believer that every person has the opportunity to have a kitchen renovation. Kitchen renovations aren't limited to those who can afford them. I'm very willing and happy to help someone make their dreams come true.
My family is wonderful. I have a son who's 19, a daughter who's 9, a little girl that's 6. The girls are open to getting out in the kitchen and cooking. They love to go in there and try new things.
Favorite thing to cook? Probably ribs.
I'm open to anything, any kind of suggestions that they can give us to create a nice, quick, easy meal for the family.
No matter how good of a cook you are, there's always room for improvement, and to have a professional give some pointers is always welcome.
Hi.
Today I happen to have the distinct honor and pleasure to work with one of Buffalo's firefighters. We chose the beef and noodle, which is a firehouse style meal, and a fresh Yukon Gold mashed potato. These are the kind of meals that these gentlemen and ladies eat and prepare all the time, that are out there, you know, protecting us, and we're very, very grateful.
Today we made an authentic Puerto Rican carnival food called acapulco. It's a tough word to say. Acapulco.
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 Acapararo?
Acapulco.
Acapulco. That's how you say it. It's one of those things where you've eaten it, but you don't really know how it's made, and I was actually intrigued by it. My sous chef is Puerto Rican. He taught me how to make it.
Today I did a simple apple crisp. My main goal was just to get the kids in the kitchen after I met Isabella and Ariana. I just wanted to cook with them. Also, I just wanted to prove that dessert can be simple and quick. You don't have to take the time to make a pie crust. And I think the apple crisp is easier, quicker, and much better.
I'm here today with Tim, and we're going to be making a classic, hearty, firehouse meal. I understand that you're a Buffalo firefighter.
Yes.
And you guys eat like this all the time.
Red meat and potatoes.
Oh man, I'm excited about this one. The beef and noodles was a wonderful dish to make. What we did was we took a nice hot Dutch oven, put a little bit of oil on the bottom of the pan, just took about a 4-pound chuck roast, add a little bit of sea salt, a little bit of pepper, and we seared both sides, get a nice crust finish on both of them. All right, Timmy, now what we're gonna do is while our meat is searing, we're going to add some nice rough chopped onions.
Working with Art was great. Very funny, very knowledgeable guy. A little bit pushy in the kitchen. Wish I could have chopped some onions up myself.
Of course, he's got a little bit more experience in the kitchen than most people that I've worked with before. He basically taught me a little bit more than I taught him, I think. That's the way we want our onions, just caramelized just like that color. We added beef stock, put it in the oven for about 3 hours till the beef was nice and flaky, fork tender.
I learned that you can actually cook meat and vegetables inside of a broth. It's something I didn't know previous.
We pulled it out, removed the beef off to the side, let it set. We added a little bit more stock to our onion mixture. We added some Pennsylvania-style Dutch noodles. We reintroduced the shredded beef, stirred it up, finished it with a little fresh parsley, and brought it to the table for presentation.
So Jessica, when Chef Krista told me that you wanted to learn how to make an authentic Puerto Rican appetizer for your husband,
Yes.
you know, I was put to the challenge. We're gonna make an alcapurria. That was pretty good, huh?
That's very
I've been
good.
stumbling over that
Yeah,
word.
that was
I said
great.
it all weekend. I learned
Yeah.
how to make it, and I gotta pay tribute to my sous chef Efren, who's actually Puerto Rican, and who actually taught me this dish. First, you make a masa using plantains and toro root. You gotta use the right side of the grater. If you use the wrong side, it comes out too coarse. Labor of love. You boil down a chote seed, you add the seed and oil into the plantains and the toro root.
Marco, did you say that this is just for the color?
It is, it's just for the color, and look how nice and bright and orange it is. Isn't that cool?
Good, yeah.
And then once that's done, you brown some meat with some olives, some capers, a little sazon, a little sofrito. I'm learning all my Spanish today in today's cooking. And one more ingredient, adobe spice.
I feel intimidated sometimes in the kitchen, so it was nice to work with someone who kept things easy and light for me.
So we're just gonna put a little oil on the plate. We take our masa dough. We set our masa dough right in the middle.
Okay.
We spread it out a little bit. Press it down. And we're just gonna roll our masa up to cover it all up. And then we wanna drop it right in our oil.
So nothing spills out.
So nothing spills out. So we're just gonna drop it right in there. You see how it's frying? And you put it in a paper towel and eat it. That's how they do it in Puerto Rico. Salud.
No, buen provecho.
What she said. Cheers.
Today with the apple crisp, I simply brought a wonderful core, peeler, and slicer, all one piece of equipment. Ariana, how about we let your sister Isabella help us? Come on, Isabella, where's that apple I gave you? Oh, Isabella. Isabella, I need to peel it first. And I love working with kids in the kitchen. That's one of the stories I preach. Get your kids cooking with you. You are strong. You are one strong lady. I took the apples when they are all cut, cored, and peeled, and sprinkled them with a little lemon juice. Just adds a little tartness to it and keeps them from browning, and cinnamon. And tossed them with a little vanilla bean sugar. The girls did an awesome job. They did like half of your work, but I need you for the crunch.
I wanted to do the apples.
You wanted to slice and dice?
I did.
I worked with Juan for the topping. He was in charge of the crisp. Very simply, brown sugar, a little bit of cinnamon, oats, just a bit of flour, and pecans. Something a little bit different. That's what I always try to do. Nice, ice, cold butter. Quickly worked in, but not overworked.
She's fantastic in the kitchen. She's really easy to work with. It was a pleasure to cook with her.
Just on top, in the oven, 350 degrees, about 30 minutes, and there we go.
All right, perfect.
In the oven. Just for fun, I brought along some homemade sour cream ice cream, and I whipped up a batch of caramel sauce before I came over here. And it's a lot more than just that crisp. Serve it with some ice cream and make some homemade caramel sauce.
I love the meal. I was so glad that they were able to come and show me something new.
Having my fellow brothers here, who we spent hours upon hours together, working together, and coming here having a fantastic meal was just a dream come true.
More often than not, when I'm finished building a kitchen, I'm done with the customer and I walk away. This time I got to see it in action, see the homeowners enjoy it as well as myself, knowing I gave them a good product.
Knowing my daughters, how much they love cooking, watching cooking shows, it was just perfect for them to get in there and cook with Chef Krista. She's fantastic.
My daughter Ariana wrote an essay so that she can share this experience with the kids at school.
Today was a very fun day. It was weird having all of these cameras and restaurant chefs in my house, but it was cool. The food was amazing. Between takes, we had lots of fun. At the end, we had an experience to last a lifetime. Come dine with me, Western New York.
Some say it's our amazing sports bar featuring a variety of specialty and craft beers. Others say it's our relaxed and comfortable dining room. But whatever draws you to Avezzano Ristorante, one thing's for certain. You're going to get great Italian at a great price. We pride ourselves on our traditional sauces, homemade pastas, and delectable entrees. Avezzano Ristorante, 204 Como Park Boulevard, just minutes from the Galleria Mall, where you always feel right at home.
Think global, but stay local at the Salvatore School of Hospitality and Business at Trocaire College, where we prepare you for a future in the ever-growing worldwide hospitality industry.
I love working in hospitality because you can do something different every day. And no matter what opportunities I pursue, the education I got at Trocaire means I'm prepared.
A world of opportunity is waiting at the Trocaire School of Hospitality. Contact us today and begin your journey to success.
Looking for your next favorite restaurant? Then open the door to Gatehouse Grill. At Gatehouse, we make everything from scratch, including our soups and sauces. Enjoy our award-winning chicken Rockefeller or a specialty martini from our copper-topped bar. And don't forget dessert, handcrafted daily by our pastry chef. It's no wonder Janice Oken gives us 3.5 out of 4 stars. Gatehouse Grill. Fine dining food, casual dining prices.
Welcome back to Come Dine With Me, Western New York. Sponsored by Buffalo Hotel Supply, Trocaire College, Key Video, and Russell's Steaks, Chops, and more.
Right now, Marco is with Chef Orazio Ippolito at our studio kitchen at Artisan Kitchens and Baths, and they are making one of my favorite dishes. And believe it or not, I'm going to try it in my kitchen. It's that easy. That has to be easy. Check this out.
From ordinary to extraordinary, Chef Orazio Ippolito is going to take one of your fan favorites and show you how to make it into a nice, simple dish that you have a calling list of customers that really want you to make this dish, and you're going to show everybody how it's done today.
Yes. At the restaurant, we actually do a seafood lasagna, which is a variation of this, but the same sauce, same seafood, and layered with our homemade pasta. We have like 250 people that we call for this.
Oh, that's awesome. How do you get on this list?
When they come in and fall in love with it, we tell them that you can come on our list, and we'll get their name and number, email, and then we'll get in touch with them. We usually call half the list at a time.
Wow, that's awesome.
So
show me how to make this. I'm
it's
really
very
excited.
basic, you know, but we have a shrimp and lobster stock. You can make that with your shells, just brown them off, add some water, and let it cook out for a few hours.
Okay.
And then what we do is we add a little bit of tomato paste to that, and that helps thicken it up a little bit and give it a little bit more color. A little bit of paprika, stirring it around, and then we'll add our roux to that. And all it is, I mean, if you're unsure, you can do equal parts. Do like a 1/4 cup of roux and a 1/4 cup of butter to it, and then cook it out. And the longer you cook roux, the less it'll thicken. So we're going to let that tighten up a touch. And you're going to take your heavy cream, about 1.5 cups to 2 cups of cream, add it to the pan. It's going to be hot. And we're going to reduce that down just a little bit. And then we're going to add about 1/2 cup of milk. And we'll let that reduce a little bit. And in the meanwhile, we can actually start sauteing our seafood.
Okay.
And for that, we're going to put a little bit of whole butter in there. It just adds, this isn't the most healthy, you know, as far as calories and
Well,
stuff
we always
like that.
say,
but
Chef Krista always says it's always better with butter. We always make reference to that,
Exactly.
too. So I noticed you don't fool around with the seafood. This is a lot of shrimp.
Yes. And it's going to be shrimp, scallops, crab, any type of seafood that you want. I mean, if you want to use monkfish, or if you like langostinos or something like that, you can add whatever type of seafood you want to this.
Now, the crawfish, it's a little different. I mean, it's got a little bit of a red color to it. What's the flavor profile compared to like a shrimp?
It's just crawfish. I mean, it has a little paprika into it. When they process that, they actually put a little paprika into it. So you're good. You're picking up on the paprika that they actually add to it. When we do it at the restaurant, we'll usually poach everything, and then we'll use that stock to make our sauce. If we're making 60 gallons of stock, sauce and stuff like that for the restaurant.
Now, you say you make it for 200 people. You obviously do banquets. This is available in your banquet menu?
Yeah, yes.
This
Yep,
is
and then
great.
we do it for catering also. We've done catering jobs for 200 people with, with this being their main entree.
That's a lot of seafood.
Yes. And so we're going to add the crawfish to it, and the crawfish is already cooked.
Okay.
And then we have our raw sea scallops.
Now, this is one of my favorites. This guy doesn't fool around. Look at this
Nope.
lobster.
And that's
it's like whole claw meat, and it's going to go right into this dish. I think you get a lobster in every bite. There you go.
If you've been to the restaurant, we do everything a little over the top. Our portions are huge. So then we have a little bit of lump crab meat also there.
Okay.
And we'll add some lump crab meat. We'll let this simmer out, cook out, and then we're going to finish cooking it right in the sauce.
So you just basically want to brown it so it gets a little bit of a caramelization with the butter.
Exactly.
Okay.
Cook that butter right into the meat of the seafood and give it a little bit more flavor.
And you don't want to drain it. You want to leave all that juice in there.
You got it.
All right, this is great.
So now we have our seafood stock, and we're going to just add some of this.
Oh yeah, look how nice and thick it got. That was pretty simple too.
So you see that sauce is coming together nice, and now we're going to just add a little bit of seasoning too to this.
Okay.
And that, you know, the seafood is a little bit salty, so you want to use some moderation on that, and you can always add more later if you want.
Right.
We're going to add our seafood to it, which is beautiful. This way you can control how cooked it is too. You don't have to overcook your seafood.
All right.
So this is enough for
Enough
2
for
portions
me.
at the restaurant.
That's enough for me right now.
2 portions at the restaurant and maybe 4 portions at most people's homes. But so we're just gonna let that simmer just for 1 more second. Make sure that seafood is cooked. And you can see how nice and creamy that is.
There's nothing better than homemade pasta. And the way you want me to add it all in there?
Yeah, you can add it right in.
What are you gonna have?
There you go.
Yeah, that's
So we're gonna just let that pasta absorb some of that sauce. And we're gonna just finish it off with a little bit of sherry and a little bit of brandy.
How much?
Probably like 1/4 cup. Depends how much you like it. I usually like a little bit more sherry than brandy because it's a little sweeter.
Sherry, I was gonna say that's a nice sweetness. to it.
Exactly. And then we'll put a little bit of brandy in there. And the alcohol will cook off in a matter of minutes.
So Chef, this is the best part of the show when I get to eat your dish. I can't wait. It looks amazing. Oh my God, this is amazing. It's Marco Shortino, T-I-N-O.
You got it.
For that list, make sure you call me when you make this. I'm Chef Marco, that's Chef Orazio, 9415 Main Street in Clarence. Go see him.
Come dine with me, Western New York.
The romance of Tuscany, the flavor of DiPaolo's, everything you love about DiPaolo's, the food, the friendship, the family. Whether in our elegant dining room or outside in the courtyard, the atmosphere is authentic. For a simple dinner out or the affair of a lifetime, find Tuscany in your own backyard. Ilio DiPaolo's Restaurant, Banquets and Ringside Lounge in Blaisdell, a family restaurant with a gourmet touch.
Jan, as we wrap up this season, I want to tell you what a privilege it has been for me to host this program with you.
Oh, thanks, Russ. It has been great. I've had a great time working with you, and I have met so many nice people. You know, of course, we'd like to thank our sponsors because they really make this program possible. Buffalo Hotel Supply, Key Video Productions, Trocare College, Artisan Kitchens and Baths, where we film our segments, and of course, Russell's Steaks, Chops, and more.
We're building new segments over the winter months and coming back this spring with new episodes.
And they're going to be bigger and better than ever. And if you'd like to participate as a sponsor restaurant, we'd love to have you. Contact the show's producers. The number is on the screen.
Well, Jan, as we've said over the past 13 weeks, it's time to stick a fork in it. I would like to take this time to wish you, our producers, our cameramen, and our beautiful viewers that have watched us, Happy New Year and a healthy New Year to everyone.
We'll see you back here in April, everyone.